Brodes Media.
Oi, this is not easy. This is tough. I am sad. I am really, really crushed inside. The season is over. Think about everything they put us through. And there's going to be plenty of time to reflect on what they gave us as a city on this special run. We didn't expect it. Boom, right in front of our faces. We were going nuts and bonkers and the song and all that stuff, right? But tonight's not the night. I can't just automatically go to that instantly because I need to look at what happened tonight. And the biggest debate of them all is Rob Thomson's decision on Zack Wheeler yanking him for Alvarado. And honestly, in the moment, if I'm just going to keep it 1,000, I didn't hate it as much as the public did. Now, I'll go back to that in just one moment. Where I like to begin is why this team really lost the game. And they lost the game because their offense stunk. They got no hit. I'm saying in this series, you get no hit. You stop producing runs. How many players did they have on base in Game 5 that they couldn't knock around to score? It started to bite you. You came in as one of the hottest teams in baseball. And by the way, you were playing a very hot team who didn't lose a game at all to get to this position. Remember, they sweep the New York Yankees, one of their biggest rivals. They take care of business against Seattle. So, they did what they needed to do. And they're deeper in the starting rotation. They're deeper in the bullpen. They play better fundamentals. They play a better defense. They have guys who have been here before. It makes sense. While Rhys Hoskins, JT Realmuto, and Nick Castellanos in the final 3 games go 1 for 36 with 22 strikeouts. They played a losing brand of offensive baseball. You're not going to win on the road in Game 6 to force a Game 7 with a solo shot from Kyle Schwarber. Now, I have no idea why late in the game he bunted with 2 strikes. That really looked terrible. I have no idea. I literally have no idea why that would ever go through his head in that particular moment. To me, that's just almost waving the white flag, which makes it that much more painful. But that's not going to be enough offensively. So that brings us to the decision of Zack Wheeler. Okay? I mean, Rhys, he was bad. I thought one point this playoff run, he actually made a case for John Middleton to spend emotional dollars to bring him back and have a conversation with Scott Boras. Well, because of the abysmal play in the field from that point and not having a response on the offensive side of the plate, you could probably kiss that goodbye. He'll still get a big payday. He'll still get a fat paycheck. Just in regards to John Middleton, I think the conversation probably changed. Nick Castellanos, I don't know what his leash is. I feel like Dave Dombrowski is a very smart baseball mind who will realize if next year looks similar to start the year off, and we're talking about 2-3 months in, the dude is an embarrassment. Decisions are going to be made there. But that's more longer-term issues. I'm just more pissed off that this is the result we got out of those 2. JT didn't really have a good stretch after Game 1 where he had the big double off the wall, and when he hit the home run in the 10th, he was very quiet. That's why you lost. Rob didn't lose you this series. So, getting to the decision, all right? Would I have kept Wheeler in? I would have kept Wheeler in. You all heard me, right? Let's make sure very clearly you heard me say I personally would have kept Wheeler in the game. His velocity wasn't dipping. You still saw 98 on the gun. That was the sharpest that I've seen him in a long period of time. And I had no idea what to expect. And quite frankly, I set the bar very low because they pushed him back 2 days for a reason. And you only do that at this time of the year if there's a real concern, if there's a real problem. So I didn't expect him to be as crisp as he was. I would have kept in Zack Wheeler. With that said, it was 1st and 3rd with 1 out. I don't like the decision of challenging the hit by pitch because it was obvious as hell that he was hit by the pitch. And while, okay, he dipped his elbow, this and that. In the World Series, while he was hugging the plate, are you really going to go to replay and change that call? You're not going to change that call in that spot. I just think that would be nuts. If that was a Phillies hitter who got hit, and yeah, he was desperate trying to get on base for the top of the order to come up, no doubt. But I don't like the challenge because you've seen Dusty Baker challenge a play at shortstop, or at second base, at second. Did his toe touch the bag, turning two? Did it not? Why? To get Zack Wheeler out of his groove. We watched when he hit Ronald Acuna Jr. in the DS. The amount of time waiting on the mound, it actually affected Zack Wheeler. So I thought possibly challenging that play could have done something to Wheeler. It's not ridiculous. We've seen 2 times it happen this postseason. I thought it was a dumb idea. Just from that level. The challenge. So first and third, I can't argue going down with your dogs because I didn't like putting Sosa in the lineup. I would have went with Bryson Stott. He hits lefties better than Sosa, and ironically enough, he gave one a good look, and I thought he was actually going to hit a home run early in this game. That thing was a mile high. That thing was up there big time. You're watching them in the outfield. Go back. Did you just get one from Sosa? You did it, unfortunately. That's not the difference in this game. But my message was a dude who is going to be your future and one of your better players in Stott, I want to go down swinging with them. With Zack Wheeler, it's the same thing. I can't argue against that. I can't. I would have done it. But I'm just saying, from Rob Thomson's point of view, going to Alvarado is not the most embarrassing thought in the world. Why did you win game 1? There's many reasons why. Just like there's many reasons why you lost game 6. It's not just this decision. But you won game 1 by targeting Alvarado versus Alvarez, getting the job done. Then Ranger Suarez came around the next time the lineup came around, and it worked. But my point is, you valued your bullpen going up against them as a high leverage style of situation. And it worked. You won game 1 because of this. And you lost game 6 because your offense stunk. But yeah, this comes into play. But it's not egregious. If Zack Wheeler, and I get the pitch count does matter, but if Zack Wheeler was at 98 pitches or 99 pitches, 101 pitches, and you go to Alvarado versus Alvarez, are you mad because of the logic behind it? Absolutely not. I don't want to hear that, well, Alvarez smashes lefties. Alvarez smashes righties. He's a damn good baseball player. Here's the splits, okay? Because I think it's a brutal take that he can hit lefties well. Because, yeah, he might hit 303 against lefties with 33 home runs. He hit 65 bombs off righties, hitting 292. So now we're splitting hairs between 292 and 303. 1 for 36, 22 strikeouts. 1 for 36, 22 strikeouts between JT, Rhys Hoskins, and Nick Castellanos in the last 3 games. I don't know how you win baseball games. You can nitpick managerial decisions until you are dead, until you are red in the face, until you are blue in the face. But if you get no hit, you score 1 run on a solo shot like you did in game 6, and then you get all those guys on base, but don't crush a Verlander who was on the ropes early in game 5, and you don't make him pay, and you don't knock him out of the game earlier than he should have been knocked out of. You kind of deserve it. You kind of deserve it.